Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good, guys. We made it to Friday. We made it, Rose. We made it, Judy T. We made it, Sandra. We did it. We did it, guys. This is what we have been waiting for, and Friday is here. So many people going to enjoy their weekend. I want to welcome the people that is on the live chat. Judy, we have two moderators, Judy and Sandra, and we have Rose in the mix here. Nice. You had a mini breakdown Monday night. Oh gosh, Rose. Well, today's Friday. Are we doing a bit better today? Were you able to come out of that experience? Excuse me. But let's clean. Salif blessings, brother David. Good morning. So we have 11 people. Guys, remember to hit that like button. Exit, hit it. We will appreciate it. Michael Sambrano, how are you doing, brother? All right, so let me apologize. I did not do a live stream yesterday. I was not feeling too well. Nevertheless, I went and I did a 5-kilometer walk. And guys, it was a beautiful, beautiful walk. All right, but in top of the line this morning either. But I say, you know something, boy, I have been encouraging people to look out for Friday since Monday, guys. You know how I just do it? Always trying to make everybody just see that, hey, Friday is going to be there, and today is Friday, and I have to come out here and let everybody know that we're celebrating that we have come through our entire work week, and it's Friday, guys. So well done. You made it. We all made it. Merlin Ram, good morning. Love is love and love is lovely. Merlin, I have started to see that a lot. I know exactly what it means. Love is lovely. So I'm always trying to remember who is the person that says this, right? So it's Merlin Ram. Love is love and love is lovely. I really love that. Dolly, good morning, and good morning to Rachel. Travel Addict, good morning, and good morning to your parents. Cheryl Ann, good morning. Geneva, good morning. Yes, don't worry. It's a lot of coughing, right? Cold is stuck here, so it tickles. It's a lot of coughing, tick stuff, and some sneezing, runny nose, but it ain't holding me back. I was able to make a walk yesterday morning, 5 kilometers. And last night, Lyndon and I accomplished something like about 4 miles. So I gained some really good steps yesterday, and I'm happy for that. Travel Addict, you're speeding. All right, so come back in the now, Travel Addict. Today's Friday, guys. When you see that Travel Addict having a good week. Hope you feel better, Sansi. Thank you. I ain't too bad, guys. I ain't too bad. It hasn't confined me to bed. Thank the Lord for that. Imtaz Khan, good morning, brother. Good morning, Maureen. Shanta and Tony, good morning. Good morning to the boys, grandchildren, and daughter-in-laws. Good morning to the entire family. Rada, good morning. Rada, thank you once again. Right, I have to get your number from Dad. I have a bit of a mix-up in my phone, but thank you for the beautiful gifts. Right, I really do appreciate it, and I've even started to do some reading. So you'll be happy to know that. So good morning to your husband and also your mom. All right, Samantha, good morning. Merlin, good morning all. Have a great day and weekend. We need to leave soon, just on for a bit. Blessings to all. And Merlin, we appreciate you so much coming on and, you know, announcing your presence and telling us about love. Nice. So we have a nice little conversation going between Rose and Sandra, trying to make some connections. Maybe all them might be family, who knows? Samantha says, hope you feel better soon. Ginger and Belief. Well, I have those two things, so I could try it, Samantha. So guys, it's going to be a lot of let me start a cough because once I cough. So I do apologize for the coughing, the sneezing. I hope no liquids ain't come out my nose or anything like that. Alright, so guys, sorry about it. Rose, I live in Georgia. Angeline Khan, good morning. And Christopher Bond. Alright, so guys, let's not forget. Sorry, I can't take off my cap. I wasn't able to style my hair this morning. But I want to thank God once again for all that He has done for us. I want to thank God what He has done for me. This beautiful little caboose. Everything that I possess in here. Right? My beautiful family. Right? My children. The mothers of my children. Thank God that He was able to use them to bring forth beautiful children. Alright? Brandon, Zach, Sydney, Sadie, Suri. I want to say good morning and thank you, Lord, for Natalia. All right, I hope that Brandon and Natalia will continue to bond and have a successful life together. I want to thank God for all the support that my family has given to me. Also, my friends, neighbors, the YouTube community, people that I have maintained a friendship with. I want to thank God for that. I want to thank God for all the earthly things that I have been able to achieve. All right, though small it may be to others, but it's a lot to me. So I want to thank God for that. I want us to continue to put matters into His hands, things that we cannot deal with, that we will leave it in His trusting hands. Not only leaving it in His hands, but believing that He has a plan and He's going to work things out. I want us to be mindful that we ought to continue being the best version of ourselves. May we know what it is to get in connection with our soul and let our soul help us along the way. Right? We know that God has all the power, right? And He speaks to our soul. And sometimes it's about us no longer doing too much of the thinking, but connecting with the soul and let the soul help guide us. I pray that if there's anybody here, including myself, if there's some things that might be infecting our souls, whether it be the type of material that we feed on, the thoughts that distract us, I want us to start feeding ourselves with goodness so that we could enrich the soul. Guys, it's the mind, the body, and the soul. And the same way we have to get up and do some physical exercise for the body, we also have to clear our minds, and we need to feed the soul. So sometimes what I have been noticing is if we could let our minds rest, which is very important. Think about it. Your mind is always working. It's always thinking. We need to slow that mind down, right? We need to give our brains a rest. And at that point in time, let the soul arise in us to guide us, right? There's a soul inside of us all. And it's time. Some of y'all would have been able to accomplish it. I am now beginning to understand that better. It is time to trust your soul a bit. Your soul came from God, right? So it is well educated. But inside of us is something called free will, which God gave to everybody. And He also gave us some purity. All right? And guys, what happens is self-will. The more you feed your self-will, especially if it is not aligned with good things, the more we corrupt our minds, is the smaller our purity bank becomes, and self-will will begin to grow and grow and grow until you can't even connect with your soul, because self-will has taken over everything, and sometimes we don't even see God anymore. So be careful. Self-will is what destroys human beings. So we want to start to shrink back our self-will, and we want to build back on purity. We need to do this, guys. We need to do this. We need to increase or add back to our purity. We need to stop thinking corrupt thoughts. Corruption of the mind is what leads to or diminishes our purity. You're feeding on wrong literature, watching the wrong type of videos, right? You're having malice in your heart, envious thoughts, jealousy. These things will erode the little purity that God put into all of us. And when that diminishes, self-will increases. So we need to start to decrease self-will and increase purity. Time to let your soul, through God, through the Almighty, let your soul lead sometimes. And when you give the soul the opportunity, your intuition, that's when your mind gets a well-deserved rest. Wouldn't it be a beautiful thing if your mind could begin to get a little rest? Do you know how many people wrestle with their minds every single night? And this is what brings on things like insomnia. And even when they do fall asleep, their minds are still ticking, formulating dreams, all sorts of things. So your mind is always working, and even wake up with thoughts that interferes, right? Guys, your thoughts is what will chart your destination. If I wake up in a bad mood this morning, negative thoughts, feeling of anger, right? It's going to affect my day. I already started in the wrong way. Now you can't help it. You don't know exactly how you're going to wake up. But if you happen to wake up, yeah, hey Ashan, good morning. Guys, I'm so sorry that, I'm not stopping this delivery, but good morning to everybody. Johnny M, Ashmed, right? So the thing about it is, if you happen to wake up and immediately you have negative thoughts, guys, that's where you need to get down on your knees, or however you do it. Whether you're a Hindu, a Muslim, a Christian, this is where you have to turn to the Almighty, the Divine, the Powerful One, the Universe. However you learn to worship and choose to worship, you need to immediately do what you have to do, and that's make the connection, because that's the only thing that can help you at that moment. And then we are always, after that, try to focus and bring yourself back to reality. Not in the past, not in the future. You need to bring back yourself to reality, to the now, to the present moment. And it is not difficult to do, guys. I'm telling you, this is something that you could master. A simple walk. A simple walk. Right? And maybe on that morning that you wake up with all of this negativity, you have to go and do the same thing that a positive person doing. And that's decide to go for a walk. Guys, we have a privilege, those of us that have 2 feet, we have a privilege that we will regret in the future if we don't use it. You could walk for your body, your mind, and your soul. You could do it simultaneously, or you could decide that, hey, this morning I am feeling good, I am feeling positive. This morning I'm going to walk for my body. I'm going outside there and I'm going to walk a 5K. And I'm going to do it brisk. I am feeling good, my thoughts are good. I have given reverence to the Almighty. So this morning I am doing this walk, and this is for my body. You wake up, you're feeling down and out. You're not going to walk for your body on that particular morning. You're going to walk for your soul. And in so doing, you are walking. And that's not a fast walk, guys. That's a nice, slow. What will take you 1 hour, that walk could turn into 2 hours, guys. And all you're doing is just walking, and you are taking in every single detail. You're looking up on the line and you see some pigeons. Stop, count them. Observe every single bird that flies past. Look at the dew on the grass. Look at the beautiful flowers. Try to see as you're walking past if you could smell the fragrance of the flowers. You know how many details you miss when your mind is far? And God has placed things all over this world. All over this world. Regardless of where you are, there is something for everybody to see. The sky, I always tell people that, all right, you're living in a concrete jungle and, it's looking. But I want you all to expand your minds a bit. You see, even if you live in a concrete jungle, you see when you're walking over a bridge, you see when you're walking on a pavement, let your imagination, let your soul talk to you. Do you know that it would have taken the effort of maybe 20 men to build that pavement? And you could think about the hard work that these men did, that the souls that was inside of these men were able to help them accomplish that very pavement that you're walking on. So many times I'm walking through, sometimes even the bush, and I will see some kind of concrete structure, and I will think to myself, wait, imagine once upon a time, there would have been maybe a gang of 20 men here working. And I imagine the conversations. There is connection in everything, guys. There is energy in everything. It took energy to build that bridge, right? It took energy to build all these skyscrapers. It took a man to first even have a thought that, hey, I would like to put up a nice skyscraper here. Think about all the work on the desks, the architects drawing, the contractors that come into play, the hiring of men. So there's a lot. And sometimes this kind of light thinking is what distracts us from the nagging types of thoughts. And that's the beautiful thing about imagination. Imagination carries you a little bit away sometimes. It's like a little vacation for your holiday. It's like a little vacation for your mind. Guys, you need to recognize how important it is to sometimes really give your mind a rest. Very, very important. Right? So let me do a little healing out. Candace, good morning again. Thank you so much for that well-explained recipe. I appreciate it. Patricia, good morning. Sunita and Tiki. Maureen Powell, good morning. So just pulling back here, guys. We don't want to miss out anybody. Maria Mahadio, good morning. Nalini Maraj. I know I'm Nalini Maraj, you know. I wonder if this is the same Nalini. Did you go to St. George's by chance? Just asking. Tara, good morning to you. EBT, good morning again. Moderators, good morning again. Oh, I see Mr. Ashman John still talking real Spanish. So Ashan, my brother, good morning. Johnny M and Madam. All right, let me read some Manta's comment. Says, it's true that negativity grows and you get rage for every little thing and for everyone around you, and your minds get real corrupt seeing what is not there. Yes, cognitive thinking, guys. Sometimes you think that somebody's actions, this is why they're doing that, but be slow to judge. Be slow to judge. You could be wrong. All right, so negativity destroys it all. It destroys it all, guys. Becky and Lawrence, good morning. Maureen Khan, good morning. And good morning to Imtaz again. Michaela, good morning. Nice. So I think Beverly Henry, good morning. Have a wonderful day. I will hate it if it is I miss anybody's name here this morning. All right, I think I have it there. All right, so we have 44 people in the house. Ganesh, good morning to you. Cindy and Videsh. Yes, it's Friday, guys. Melissa and Kevin, good morning. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. I love that. I love that. And I've seen people saying good morning to Rick, so I need to pull back here a bit. Rick, good morning, my brother. Rick is always popping here and make sure I give you a little heel out. I really appreciate you for that, Nick. Oh gosh, Melissa, you're making me blush here this morning. She said, good morning, handsome Sana. Wishing you and everyone on the live a beautiful and blessed day. Thank you, and you and Kevin, you all have an awesome day today also. Well, they're planning a movie night tonight. Some popcorn. Penny from Mayaro. Good morning, Penny. Trisha, Nikki. Rest of the family, Nikki's son, husband. Pick up to all the people on Church Street, Mayaro. Yes, Makila, tell them. Hit the like, please, guys. All right, so I am up to scratch here with this live chat. Sana, we move back in half finished house, but it feels good. Girl, home is where your heart is, eh? Home is where your heart is. All right, so I want to say good morning once again to all the moderators, the commenters, silent viewers. All right, good morning to the entire YouTube community, YouTubers from Trinidad and Tobago, throughout the Caribbean, our Trini YouTubers in the United States, Canada. All right, so many of y'all I can't begin to call by names. But continue doing the wonderful work that you do, bringing content to our fellow citizens. Judy has a St. Vincent Friendship Brewing. Okay, nice, man. That's good to hear. Who is that from St. Vincent, boy? All right, so remember at the half an hour mark, we will be stopping for a little coffee break, and we will continue and see if we can make it to the 1 hour mark. All right, so our special good morning going out to Anne Brown, Toronto, Canada. I know it's Canada, so let me just say Canada. Good morning to Anne Brown. Good morning to Eddie Manju. Good morning to Steve, who does come and visit us sometimes from Canada. That's Steve, the one that sings. Good morning to Steve Singh and Stefan Singh and your mom from Coromandel. So good morning to Granville, Icacas, Point Fortin, San Fernando, Barapore, Debe, Pinal Rock Road, Rochad Douglas Road. All the people down in Matilda, Princess Town in the house, good morning. Sandy Grandi, Manzanilla, Mayaro, Guaya, Four Roads, Tamana. Okay, all right, Judy, all right. And Patricia saying good morning to Gina. She is fast asleep, tired, returned from St. Lucia last night. Yes, but I will give her your regards, Patricia. And I want to say a special good morning if you're locked on DJ Sheldon, right? And Cindy Love. Sending lots of love to y'all guys. And if anybody want to join me, let's send DJ Sheldon and Cindy Love some well-deserved love. All right, my brother, cool strong. Remembering you. Also, I want to send some love to my cousin Roslyn. Hope you're doing well, my dear. Linda and I passed to check you last night, but probably you were asleep. So just letting you know. Did you all see Daddy's vlog yesterday? Daddy did a vlog yesterday. It was hilarious. It was a one-man show. Patricia sending love to DJ Sheldon and Cindy. Candace, behave yourself. Excuse me. Oh gosh. All I gotta let me know now one actually. I know what I am about it, but all I gotta let me know that one. Yeah. Alright, so praise and love going out to DJ Sheldon and Cindy from Judy T. Yes, travel out of girls. Beautiful places, man. All over Trinidad. Coffee, yes. Coffee break is coming up in exactly 3 minutes, guys. So remember to return. We will be continuing the live stream. I myself will definitely go and make myself a little coffee. So in 5 minutes exact, I should be back on the let me say the 36 37 mark, guys. Right? I'm talking about from the half an hour mark. Give me about 5 to 6 minutes. Right? So you yourself will be able to go make your coffee. Alright? Do what you gotta do. Put your rice up to boil early. While we doing the live stream here, or look at pop a pot of rice to boil and get that out of the way one time. Pull out the chicken, let the chicken thaw out. Celine Ali, good morning. Happy to see you. It's the first time I'm seeing you, so I think it's the first time I'm seeing you. Bakila Daddy is doing much better. Much better. He had the same thing. I actually got this from Dad. But anyway. So I told Candace this gentleman was hitting on me yesterday. Talked to him for about 15 minutes. He got the message. 15 minutes, you let it long nicely, man. 15 minutes is plenty. You gently, you consider these feelings. Nice. Breakfast, dasheen, roti, dasheen bush, and fried fish. Oh gosh. Tara, what you just really be doing to people sometimes, girl? You just really know what you're doing people sometimes. Eh? Now you have me studying, I buy some shark there. I study to go and take out that shark and throw it out, you know. And pick some bhaji, hustle, and pick some churai bhaji here and make a 2 salad roti there, you know. Also, I feel it's toasty roti I wanted to put there. Toasty roti, bhaji, bush bhaji, and fried fish. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm going to make that same thing. Okay, so Celine Ali says not regular on the live. So welcome. Nice of you to take your time and pop in there. I ain't seeing Rose, boy. I wonder if Rose alright. Rose must be on the train. She must be standing up and she can't type. So I feel she ain't get her seat this morning. I feel she stand up and yeah, she can't type. It's either that or somebody harassing she on that train. Rose, let me know when you reach to work. Candace, no, that 15 minutes wasn't turn. Was not turn. It was a turn up. Oh gosh, Candace, hey, all easy. White Trinity in the house, so you say, brother? Good morning to Siba. Today's Friday. Hey, listen, wherever it is, was taking place a couple of weeks ago. I hope that everything taking a turn for the good, right? Remember that we love all very much and hope that this situation is being dealt with by God. All right. Nadia, good morning. Big up to the Ramcharan family. Travel Addict says 7 more likes to 47, guys. What? We get plenty likes this morning. Alicia from Maracas St. Joseph, good morning. How is Jasper this morning and the rest of birdies? All right, so special good morning to you. Hope all is well. Hope all is good. Nice. Candice, girl, you go let me know about that, eh? Bacchanal in the please. All right, so we happy to see White Trinity in the house here. This is one of the men. I ain't gonna lie. White Trinity. It's only me and you that really conduct. Village, I know villages do plenty live too, eh? Plenty live streams. White Trinity give me plenty live streams already, you know, when they cooking and thing. So remember, guys, go across, if you don't know about White Trinity, go across the White Trinity channel. He does a lot of live streams. I don't know. You're still doing a lot of live streams, White Trinity? Lasana Rose myself. Okay, all right. Nice. I'm glad to hear that, Sandra. What Judy want me to go back and read something here? What Judy up to this morning here, boy? Let me tell him my version too, please. Sana, Judy made a click up and link at the grocery store. He's from St. Vincent. Oh my God. Hey. You see me and this Sana, I told Candice, this gentleman was hitting on me yesterday. Talked to him for about 15 minutes. He got the message. Hey. Oh gosh. Anupan Kavita, good morning. How are you going down there in Diamond, boy? Picton Hill, boy. Everything good? Hey guys, you see all it? Hey. Nah, I ain't like all it, you know. Alright, so Melissa is driving to work and listening. I wonder how long that drive is, boy, because now it's gonna become like a silent movie for you know, Melissa. Hey, so Alicia's son Omar is celebrating his 21st birthday today. So this is actually his golden birthday, right? Because today is the 21st, right? And he is celebrating 21 years. So guys, this is not only our birthday, this is our golden birthday. So I want to say happy birthday to Omar, celebrating his 21st birthday today. This is the son of Alicia Muhammad. Blessings, brother. I'm wishing you all the best, Omar. Right? May God continue to guide and direct you. May you find happiness in this life. All right? Good health and strength. Do all things with a good heart, and only goodness shall prevail. All right, so happy birthday, Omar. Golden birthday, guys. Golden birthday in the house today. I'm correct about that, right, Alicia? Today is the golden birthday. Golden birthday in the house. Alicia Muhammad's son Omar is 21 years today. Earlier on in the week, we had 2 other birthdays. The 2 young men were 22, so Omar is just one year behind. You catch up. Years to come. Right? So and them Caribbean style. All spiced up. Oh God, hey. Millicent, good morning to you. Good morning. Blessings. Golden birthday today, man. Alicia, tell them this is golden. I don't pour all the way long there, boy. How the garden going? You're making style with on that garden, boy. Yeah? You're busting style on me with that garden, eh? You and Kavita. Well, you're showing off it. Picking tomato and putting it in. First, all around that thing. All they put tomato in strainer and all rice strainer and all they picking tomato and putting it in. Now the garden from what I had watched 2-3 weeks back, real pumping, man. I get one bygone boy. One bygone and one big tree and one bygone, guys. But if you see Karaili and Candice tell me how to cook that Karaili with not too much oil and it coming out crispy and nice. I'm feeling to mix some Karaili and fry aloo this morning, you know. And pull out my shark there. Yeah, pull out my shark. Beverly saying happy golden birthday to Omar. Alright, so guys, let me go and make my little coffee now. Melissa, we are gonna lock back on when you come to work, Gil at Queen and take a little 5-6 minute break. Alright, so better listen to some music or something. Eric Bash, good morning. No, you see how difficult it's gonna be for me to get up from here. It's just to get up, you know. My boy Eric coming here. Eric, if when I come back here, have a wonderful day, my brother. Right, so moderators, I turn it over to you, you know. AVT, yes, Judy and Candice, they entertaining the crowd nice on this idea. Oh gosh. Alright, so guys, I really have to take another break. I also need to, my throat gave me some trouble, so I'm gonna be back. By the time you see me get up here, I'm taking 5 to 6 minutes. Alright, so I'll get up on the 37, which will bring me back here at the 43. I'll be back in the caboose, where I will let loose and sip some orange juice. Alright, so grab yourself a cup of coffee. Melissa, you, oh gosh, I'm so sorry, girl. Melissa, girl, I'm so sorry. Unless I put on one of my live from yesterday so that you can hear it. Oh gosh. Hey, you know, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. You know, I could pull some footage from the live stream day before yesterday, and I could play it, right? So for those of you who drive in and don't have the time, well, you could listen to something here, man. Happy Labor Day, happy Labor Day. Father, I start to get low. Guys, it have avenues. If you don't have money to afford it, you could visit, get information. They have free counseling outside here. Gerald, what is it? They have free counseling. If you can afford it and you don't want to go through the system, you can pay your money. But don't waste your money. Because if you really don't want... Melissa, I'm doing that for you, you know. Right? If you don't really want to resolve the matter, somebody, one of the persons, really want to have resolved. I'm telling you, the number one. You're wasting your time. Only watch that upon that from Melissa. I like to answer you, but I don't really know what I would mean. I wonder, all you hearing good? Irreconcilable. Right. Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm now talking about here, Judy. Right? If one partner is adamant that, hey, listen, I consider this over, you know. I consider this over, and I don't want to work on nothing. So, well, let her nothing. I'm coming back, you know, guys. On at the 46 minute mark, right? Is alright, Melissa, take the time and show yourself. What Kevin waiting to watch a movie with you later and to dance. You have no control over it. You have no control over that whatsoever. Your partner don't want to move forward, you can't do nothing about it. And that, understand something, put that in your mind and lock that in your mind. Man could talk,
Change
boy.
could only come about
Although get fed up by hearing this man talk,
there is
boy.
a willingness, a heart.
Go to a mouth, you know.
And if it involves two people, the two people have to be on the same page. The two people have to recognize that, hey, listen, there is issues between us. Right? And it didn't matter about who right and who wrong. It have issues between us. And let me face that. And if we continue going like this, this marriage is going to be over. I don't want that. Are you on the same page with me? Yes. You go and you find the necessary help that you need. And I could start off simple, guys. Right? Most of us belong to some sort of religious group. I am sure if you go to your pastor and you say, Pastor, please, we having some issues. Could you counsel us? Could you pray with us together? I'm sure you could use with that imam, a baba, right? There are so many avenues that you could take, but you must have willingness at heart. You also have to remember that, unfortunately, love was not the reason why all people come together. Some men marry women because they are aware of some great inheritance that she has. Some women get involved with a man because he is famous. Some people get involved with a person to spite another person. Some people get married because they just want to drain the energy out of somebody. And if that is the case, then you have nothing to work with. And usually when people marry you for the wrong reasons, when it's time to get out, that's why it's easy for them to say, I don't want to work on this. I don't want this anymore. You understand why saying to you earlier. When somebody does not want to negotiate, is because they don't want it. They never wanted it. And get that into your skull, guys. And unfortunately, sometimes we will consider ourselves too deep into the situation already. Sometimes it means we have somebody that has been in this chat already, and she said that she had no choice but to walk out of her house one night, leaving her children behind. This is not our father walk out her house. This is our mother walk out her house a particular night without a cent, without any clothes, and she was prepared just to be able to preserve her mental health that night, not to lose her mind. She had to leave. You remember, Judy? You remember, right? She had to leave her home, her children, and go and sleep in the cold streets America. And to follow that, she would have started to sleep all over the place until she ended up in a shelter for women like that. And today she is reunited with her children, living in a comfortable home, has a good job. And if she end up getting a job, right, Judy remembers, right? So look at the distance you have to go sometimes, guys. Look at the distance you have to go. You have to walk away from your children and all. What good are you remaining in a toxic relationship, losing your mind? You can't even help yourself. You'll help your children. If she had decided to stay that night, would she have been able to help her children? And guys, let me tell you something. One of the worst things in this life is when you hear you end up in some kind of mental asylum that is used against you heavily in the future. If you're not aware of it, let me tell you, you will go to court and it will be used against you. And once you hear people here, you come out of a mental asylum.
I come in the room and I wonder who talking inside here, no? I wonder who talking inside here, boy. Hey, time for me to talk. You talk, that talk day before yesterday.
You just see it sometimes, even with brothers and sisters.
We talking about
Brothers and sisters.
FPL fire, what you said?
Father house. Mother and father come and dead. For one person decide that, hey, I want the inheritance.
That is true. It's always that one person wanted. Sometimes it's three people. Sometimes they team up, right? They team up against a sibling or siblings, right? They team up. But one person out of that tree wanted to win. So sometimes let them go ahead, right? Yes, guys. Is it? I was trying to remember. It's from you, right? Yes. Tell me. Cause I see it had to be. McGill. Right. I saw this cup the other day, guys. And I checked myself with Anne Brown. She don't tell me she like my cup. And drinking coffee in this too bad these days. I alternate them. Guys, I got a beautiful cup from Anoop's sister called Lucia. Right? But I'm very, very, very skeptical about using that cup. I won't tell all you too much about it. I will bring it to the caboose a day and I will show you this beautiful cup that Lucia gave to me. Let me say good morning one time to Lucia and Trent, right? Your mom and your dad, right? And I forget to heal out Adrian, that's Anoop and Kavita's son, right? So guys, I'm back here in the caboose. All right, so here's what's going on, guys. I want to give all you a little insight, right, as to what we're going to be touching on next week, please God. All right, and I say it'll be a good idea to let all you know, so that if anybody over the weekend in your own time, this is not an exercise I'm giving anybody. This is not a homework or anything. But for those of you who like to contribute, right, you will have your own thoughts on it. I have my own thoughts on it. I also will be kind of getting my research this weekend. Hey, FPL, let me say good morning. on her behalf also. But she is in dreamland right now. FPL, I hope everything is good at your brother. Right? Next week, please God, I will like to touch on where are we right now in our experience. Are we going through the experience at the moment? I'm talking about a challenge here, guys. Right? Everybody faces a challenge. And what I want to talk about is what happens throughout the experience. Whether you go through it positively, when you go through it positively, it's a challenge. Right? We're looking forward to it. Hey, listen, I'm going through this experience that is not Angina saying good morning to everybody, right? So she's up, she's saying good morning to everybody and sending love to those who would have. She saw Javed's on, so Javed saying hello. Gosh. Yeah, Candace. Yes, man. Right. So, in terms of if we handle our experience that is not very good right now, if we handle it in a positive manner, that's where we make the bad experience, into a challenge. If we deal with it in a negative way, then it's a bad experience, guys. Right? So we'll touch on if we deal with it positively, and we will deal with it like if we handling it in a negative way. Right? And we will go through the experience. And the one thing I can tell you is this: if you're having a challenge and you leave it as a bad experience, not most likely, you're going to be stuck in the experience. Excuse me. So what I'm talking about is, if you handle it positively, what to expect. Most experiences, regardless of who is going through it, challenges, there is always a pattern. There is always a pattern. And the thing about it is this: the more versed you become in problem solving, is the faster and smoother you're going to be able to sail. So Sandra, Leslie, and Deborah, Gina sending a special heal out to y'all. Nice. If you become versed, you will be able to sail through these experiences faster, guys. And that's where we want to reach. We want to reach our place where, we out of our experience, we deal with the trauma, we go through the feeling of guilt, right, for the wrong that we would have contributed. Everybody contributes to a situation, guys. Once it's between two persons, everybody making a contribution, right? So we have to be able to, we'll touch on things such as, you must accept where you may have been wrong. And if a person is wrong, at least I was taught this, and my soul tells me this, right? If I'm wrong, I have to acknowledge it to myself, and I have to let the person know that, hey, I'm sorry, right? And your journey continues. So this is what I will like to be talking about, if God spare life, tomorrow, next week. And I think it's going to help a lot of people, because hey, we want to know, how much am I out of this? Am I in the beginning stages? Because all of this is geared towards true happiness, true peace of mind, the end of a season. the seasons you go through life, guys. And for development of yourself, you have to go through some rough experiences. This is what makes us into who we are today. So, you go through a season sometimes where it's a challenge. You go through a season of peacefulness, calm seas. But the rougher the seas become, is the more skilled we become excellent at the wheel. Some people may be married or have a really good partner, and they may have sailed the seas before, a sea that you never saw, and that is like God giving you the opportunity where somebody who has walked this road already could guide you through. You see, it is such a devastating thing to self when it is you have the opportunity to sometimes give somebody else the lead. But nobody likes to do that. At least many people don't like to do that. But if you are in a marriage or you have a really good relationship with somebody, it could be a brother. Hey, Lyndon, listen, boy. If you don't mind me saying, I went through a similar situation like this, and I could just tell you what worked for me. And if a man willing to listen, you might be saving a man even having to go through that experience, because you might even be able to tell him, hey, listen, there is a way. It may take you off course a bit, and then you change back your bearing and you avoid a storm. It has some things it's better to avoid in life, You see, confrontation have it good and it bad. And you must never do anything in this life that weighs towards too much of the negative. You must always be coming out. Your mission is to come out of this with as much as possible in terms of what good is it going to do for you. Right? Sometimes a ship may be too heavily laden and you're going through a particular type of storm where you need to throw things overboard because you need some more buoyancy. Right? You need some more buoyancy. So it's important that if you need to get rid of some of the ballast, which is weight in a ship, if you need to get rid of some of the ballast, you need to get rid of it. And then it has times too that sometimes you need enough ballast in the ship to keep it stable inside of the water. And that's where sometimes you're going through a situation and you just really need a lot of support. You need a lot of support and you need to take it from wherever it's coming. And consider it to be temporary ballast, temporary support. You need to be able to free up the people that is supporting you during a crisis. You cannot come through the storm and you needed some extra weight in your ship to have it well enough draft underneath the ship to keep it buoyant but in a steady kind of manner, right? But when you come out of that and you reach back your calm seas, You want to be able to go fast now. You want to enjoy the sail. So what you do, you need to get rid of the ballast. So ballast in a real situation in terms of a ship is where they will pump water into the ship, right? In a sealed compartment, of course, right? So that the ship has enough draft. But when you go through that storm, you need to pump back all that water. And this is where, guys, a friend is there, or friends are there to support you during your stormy weathers, right? But when you get out, you need to release your friends. Maybe you could free them up that they could go and help somebody else that need the support. And nobody is supposed to take offense if you tell them, hey, listen, I want to thank you for all the support, but I'm good now. I really appreciate it. It's how you go about doing things, right? So there are times, you free people back. You need to free back up people. You can't carry your friends and expect them to stay on your ship for the rest of your life, James. They themselves have a course. There are times that you will have to jump on their ship. Sometimes better with invitation, but in terms of like true friendship or a closely knit family, sometimes it is by intervention, such as with drugs. You recognize that, hey, my son is going to lose his life. So you need to take intervention. In other words, no need for negotiation here. There's no negotiation. Hey, I love you, and I'm telling you, it's almost you are taking control of that person's life at the point in time, Intervention. You have to intervene. No more time for he will come to his senses. No, the mind is already, if not completely lost, about 90% lost. So if you happen to be a parent and your child has an alcohol problem, drug problem, you have to take intervention. And the thing about it is, it might be something new to your family. Your brother's children never experience it. Neither your sisters, neither your cousins. It might be something new, just like in this family here, right? In this Butty's family, even amongst my cousins on my mom's side, nobody experienced what my mom and dad experienced. Greg, what are you saying, boy? All newcomers to the chat, welcome. Sorry I didn't call people by their names, right? Good. Mom and dad, they had no experience with what I was going through, right? And now that it has all passed, and now that I and all could even make a contribution on it, should something like this, God forbid, reoccur in this family again, this family is better equipped now in terms of dealing with a situation such as this. And I will say, my biggest advice to people is this: if the person can't be reasoned with, you have to make an intervention. You have to make an intervention. I don't care how violent the person becomes. If you have to get 20 men to go and hold on that person, you need to do it. That person has lost all reasoning. All reasoning. They can be very intelligent. So even if an ambulance happen to come and want to pick them up, the ambulance is going to pick them up. Because once you could answer all the questions correctly, and you stand up and say, hello, I am not going into an ambulance, you know. I answered all your questions, right? I'm very coherent. Please. And it will have police officers there. Sir, I know my rights. I answered all the questions, you all heard the questions. And I'm not going in that ambulance. That is you exercising your right. So, most likely you will have to contact our institution here in Trinidad where they support intervention. And the first thing that you really need to get done is get that person in there, and where there's no drugs available, because what you need to do is start to get the person to clear their head so that they could reach that point where you could reason with them. So guys, you see, sometimes in this life, look at this experience that this family went through, and now we could take this experience and we can help others. That is our mission, to take our experiences and use it to the benefit of somebody else. Somebody, somewhere, might be able to reach out. Hey, is there anything you could do to help? But that is what I want to touch on next week, please God. Where are we in a particular experience? Are we close to having our breakthrough? Are we midway in the tunnel? Still cannot see the light, but we know that the tunnel must come to an end. Are we right at the end of the tunnel, but we're not seeing the light because the tunnel has a sharp bend just at the exit point? Are we going to give up when it is right around that corner? And then the feeling of happiness, the sudden rush of dopamine to your brain, if you have been able to endure the test of time and be able to come out victorious, and the strength that comes with it. When you work hard to get out of a situation and you eventually experience the peace of mind, the rush of dopamine, the reward that the brains, but let's say you reach to nice, right? If you experience that rush of dopamine when you make yourself a great accomplishment, you are looking for another high like that. You know? The high that you get from drugs and alcohol, the high that you get from that could never compare to the high that you get when you make an accomplishment that you worked really hard on, and you are always ready and waiting for the next challenge, guys. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. And eventually it's going to listen. 12 months ago, 9 months ago, reading comments, somebody throwing something negative there for me, and I will watch it and, hey, what's wrong with this person, boy? I trying here, I trying the gain at me. Oh gosh, why they don't ease me up a little bit? Now I wish that I could have feel that challenge. That is no longer a challenge. A man deciding not to talk to me is not a challenge. Somebody ill speaking me, that is not a challenge. Somebody making up lies about me, that is not a challenge. Maybe a challenge might have to be something like the loss of a limb or some kind of thing. Those are not challenges anymore, and that's exactly where you want to be, guys. You want to be at a place where these things are trivial. Here, Michael, maturity of your mind, freedom of your mind. Nobody can take your mind away from you again. They're not qualified. And remember, if you're not using your mind, there are people just waiting to grab the opportunity, because Satan wants minds of men, the minds of men. Because if he could corrupt your mind and use it, surely the soul will perish. Surely the soul will perish if it is you continue to corrupt your minds. So weak minds will soon become available. It's as simple as that. Your mind is weak, your self-confidence is low. With a little work from Satan through somebody, definitely a weak mind is already Satan on if it is zero status strengthened. He will infiltrate, he will find the cracks, the crevices. If the walls around your mind is too low, well, that's an easy skill over. You know, an unprotected mind, somebody is going to get into it. Somebody's going to use it. There are some people outside him. They might have 5 minds underneath their belt. They might have 10 minds, 100 minds, 1,000 minds, tens of thousands of minds, millions of minds. So you just think about that great accomplishment, knowing that your mind belongs to you. You are among the minority in this world that we live in. Not even a religious body, no pastor, no imam, no pundit supposed to own your mind. In Christianity, what we are trying to do is we all trying to get the mind like Christ, to be God-like. That's who we're striving to be. So a lot of our minds may be similar. If we follow in Christianity and we follow in the guidelines, our minds are similar, or supposed to be similar, because we're all trying to be God-like. But that doesn't mean to say that the pastor owns your mind. No, I have a mind like the pastor, and the pastor have a mind like mine. But from the time you want to play your own in my mind, I have serious problems with that. And the same thing will go in Islam. We all want to be like Allah. We want to be in his likeness. That is what we want to do. We need leaders, but not dictators. That is what we want. So you have to really reach that place where you recognize how valuable your mind is. And You see, that soul that is inside of you could help you achieve that. But you need to start to listen to it more. Nourish yourself in soul now. Feed the soul. And as I say earlier on in the life, it's time to give the mind a little rest. Rest the mind. Let the soul take over a bit. Trust it. Somebody told me yesterday, and it's so true. Excuse me. You are in a position where your soul and yourself could be best friends. Eric, I'm so sorry, my brother, that I wasn't able to engage with your valuable comments, but I will go back. All right, I also have somebody that is being assisting me to recap the lives. All right, so thanks for your contribution this morning. Have a wonderful weekend. All right, so yes, guys, but you could be your best friend. Usha, good morning. Nobody planted this morning, eh? Right, you could be a best friend, but you could also be a worst enemy. The people, and it goes also like that for friends and family. Loved ones could become, right? I'm talking about who you think love you, but obviously you made a terrible judgment. Loved, true, listen to my words, true loved ones will never desert you, will always be there for you. True loved ones. So we talking about that. You made a bad judgment and you believed that somebody did love you, but it was just a figment of your imagination. And you would have made the mistake, because from the moment we think that we are truly loved, we begin to share our even darkest secrets with that person. And that person will be able to use that in the form of whether it's blackmail, or use it to degrade you, erode your self-confidence, right? And just imagine that's a friend or a family member doing that. But who could really become your worst enemy? Yourself. You know everything about yourself. You know of the things that you should not have done. You know the secrets that maybe in some instances could put you in a dungeon. And if you are not careful, your conscience is what I'm speaking about. Your conscience. But there is a way, guys. There is a way to turn around your conscience. And the answer is simple. But what remains a mystery to a lot of people is how to really do it. How do I get rid of the constant? Alright, so Dolly, here up then. You see, when you have them kind of dreams, you'll just pray immediately as you get up and don't even speak it. Because when you speak it, it could become real. It could become a thought that could plant in somebody's head. So it have certain things You deal with it. A negative dream, guys. You wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is you turn and you tell your partner, hey, I dream you're dead, you know. I dream you're dead. That person is going to go through that entire day. Thank you, Dolly. I appreciate you retracting that. Right? That person is going to go through an entire day fearing death. Yes. Yes, Dolly. Right? So, guys, there is a way to deal with a conscience that is nagging you. It remains a mystery. Even to the greatest psychiatrist, it remains a mystery. But there is a way. There is a way. And I'm telling you, I will share it with all of you over a period of time. Definitely so. Tracy, good morning. Dolly. Yes. Okay, so I appreciate all our Dolly. Just let her rest. Just let her rest. We're going good. We're going good. Right, we're moving on. Right? Shauna, I didn't get to hear you out. Right? Tracy, I know you was in the conversation quite some time. I'm sorry I didn't get to interact with Eric. Right, but you know, this is how it is go on the live stream sometimes. Yeah, so we're looking forward next week to touch on these topics. Right? Shauna, Daddy was reading some comment from you last night, and I say, Shauna, a girl, she have a green icon. He say yes. He say, how you just remember that thing? I say, focus, 100% focus. Right? You talk about Shauna, then oh, I saw Jenny in the chat earlier also. Jenny, have a wonderful day. Yeah. So, looking forward to that. So, that is the direction I am taking this live next week. Yes, Shauna. Hey, all your daddy video was really funny yesterday. I tell him, I said, Daddy, you need to do some more than boy. Daddy had me rolling. I said, Dad, boy, you could sit down. Right. No, you see, Dolly, that is the dream to share. I dream about Dinesh and them sit down eating a nice lamb and fish. Right? Yes, man, that's what we talking about. That is the one we are be talking about. Right? Oh, Sandra, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. Daddy is so funny, eh? Oh gosh. What happened is, so I will give already backstory, right? I'll give already backstory to that whole soup thing now, right? So what happened is, previously, Lyndon and I we wanted to head on to the south, right? To visit our uncle that isn't too well. So anyway, Lyndon did not contact me back, but yesterday morning self, Daddy was telling me that, hey, I don't feel that plan is going to work out with Lyndon because they need to take the family member to the doctor. I said, well, all right. So I had breakfast, right? Remember, I didn't do any live yesterday. So I had breakfast. I came in the back here. I made 1 or 2 phone calls. And then I said, you know something, boy? Let me go and pop a soup. So I go inside there. I find 4 potato, 1 rotten. I say, it will take it. So a potato, I pull out a carrot. I find a piece of yam. I find some sweet potato. It had a whole lot of sweet potato in a bag there. I open the deep freeze. I find some chicken foot. I say, right. I studied up a pack of chicken in it too. And I say, it's just the 3 of us here. And of course, the sister might pass or some kind of thing like that. So anyway, yes, have a wonderful day, Usha. And a good weekend, a great weekend. So anyway, I pull out my thing there. Mama put me pot of water and I started making the soup. Just as I peeling the last thing to put in the soup, which is the Irish potato, I see Lyndon pull up. He say, what happened? We ain't going out. I say, but I thought so by so. He said, nah, let me go. So the only thing that had to go in the soup was the okra. So I lower the stove, right? I lower the stove to a point where I know by 11 o'clock, them things will soften up inside of the soup, right? And I tell Daddy, I say, Daddy, just throw in the okra, leave it a little bit again, and soup done. I said, don't, this is the part now that giving me idea. I said, Daddy, don't let mommy come here and raise this heat and burn the soup, you know. Right? I said, because it have plenty provision in it. I said, but nevertheless, I want the liquid to dry down. The soup needed to reduce a little more. So when I came home, I end up reducing mine to the consistency. But he did a fantastic job. Hey, Daddy is our boss. Daddy is a real boss. I tell him this morning, I said, Daddy, I say, here now. I say, you need to do some more of that, boy. You need to do some more of that. That was good. Michael, he do a good security work. Octavia, good morning. Oh gosh. Yes, guys. So at an hour and a half, all right, we will be concluding this live stream. Right? We will be concluding this live stream. Remember today, Alicia Muhammad from St. Joseph, her son is celebrating his 21st birthday. Today is his golden birthday. Oh gosh, I can't believe I forget Alicia Sunday. Omar. I believe it's Omar. O-M-A-R, Omar. Today is Alicia's son birthday. I hope I have his name correctly. Omar. Right? Celebrating 21 years today. On the 21st, so that's a golden birthday. So we hope that he has an awesome birthday and many more to come. Right? I wishing him 79 years again. Right? 79 years. Right, Michael is Omar, right? Good. I need to remember that. Omar. Yeah. So everybody who going to church later, who going to mosque, hope that all have a good worship today. Yes, the one with them eating the mangoes was really, really good. Yes. Omar. So we winded down. I think, this week we were able to accomplish 4 live streams, right? I couldn't make it yesterday. Wasn't feeling full 100. But, guys, you see this weekend, just in case I don't come on again, I want all you to just try all your best to don't let your minds run away. He leave the work, Deborah Gill. That was the last year. Right? Don't let your minds run away on you. And always believe that things will get better. Things will get better. Listen, when I say things get better, I'm not talking about a brand new car could just end up in your garage and you're going to end up with all the fancy amenities in your house. I'm not talking about that kind of better, guys. I'm not talking about that. That's wishful thinking, right? We be real. I am talking about that when things will get better is the day that you open your eyes and appreciate all that you have and realize that God has blessed you. That is what I'm talking about. Good morning, Angela Lopez. That is what I'm talking about. The old car that's still faithfully getting you to and from. Right? The bed that, yeah, the mattress look like a dead. But here what happened? Boy, I'm so glad I have a piece of sponge to sleep on. And you will suddenly be able to start to see the men that sleeping in the square in a box. You passing and you'll see, way boy, I really had to be thankful. Look at that sweet sleep that man having inside of that console box now, boy. And you pass and you see a man, a homeless man, stand up outside the courts with his hand full up and he eating a quarter roti that somebody threw in the dustbin. And morning Finita. And he eating this piece of roti and watching TV through Courts shopping glass. But you home sit down on a carrot case, lean back up on a wall and a roof over your head. You will start to see how much you need to be grateful for. That is the riches that we're talking about. When you could recognize how much you really have. And not let people think on your eye. Be glad that they're in a position to have what they have. At least when you come out your house that you love, that you learn to love, you have something nice to see. Your neighbor was able to accomplish a nice big house, which is beautiful for you to see. He still shares something nice with you. When he paint that house on the outside, he and the family have a chair, a living room outside the house to sit down and watch. Hey boy, look at how pretty we make this house, hey boy. You think they're sleeping outside to watch the house? When they paint up the house pretty, see it as they're making it beautiful for the public to see. Every time you come out your house and you get to see the well manicured lawn, he giving you something beautiful to look at. When he put a bird bath, you could sit down in your yard and watch the birds bathing. You could enjoy a man's riches without envy. Try and pull a spin to your thinking. Just tweak yourself a little bit. You're a prefer the man build a nice mansion and you're laughing at him because for the last 15 years all he could put on it is Trinity Primer. And hear what you're saying. Watch. They build a big house and it's Trinity Primer. You had to paint your house with. And them like to play their money. Hey, you stop your stupidness, eh? Stop it. I didn't call it stupid, I say stop your stupidness. Stop it. So when you hear the man paint up your house eventually in nice colors, consider that man do it for you now. You're a prefer that you're watching a nicely built house and it plaster and all the plaster start to crack because it don't have a protective layer of paint, and you like to drive through other neighborhoods where you don't know the people. How many of us just leave Trinity or leave Port of Spain to come to drive through places like Valsane, where we could see all the pretty lights for Christmas, or drive up by Miss Webb's in Arima to see the Christmas lights. You leaving your neighborhood to go there, and you know why you could appreciate it? Because you don't know the person that you could be envious, but you think the neighbors of these people don't be envious of all them people they see coming there. Watch, they showing off again this Christmas. Just now they ain't gonna have nowhere to put lights. That is how the neighbors, that is how the people that close to them, the envious ones, that's how they're going to be seen. But you who live in and don't know these people, hey, yeah boy, let me go and see that light. I'm going to put on a nice thing. You ain't had no envy in your mind, you see. But be careful. You're leaving where you are to go and see something in another neighborhood to admire it. But right opposite you, when your neighbor put up a little 2-3 strings of light, watch them now, boy. Them really like the thing, eh? Appreciate the lights the same way you're leaving to go and sit in Valsane now. You see, that is how people are. They never like to see you make stride, guys. Make sure envy don't overtake you. Guys, we have come to the end of this session. I want to thank all the moderators. I want to thank the commenters. Yes, indeed, Benita, good morning. Right, I'm so sorry, Deborah, that I am now exiting. Tell Anta good morning for me. Yes, envy. Guys, commenters, thank you for keeping it live as always. Lauren, have a wonderful day. And silent viewers, thank you for your continuous support. All right, guys, I am in a very happy mood. I feel good this morning. I hope that you all are also feeling good. All right, have a wonderful day, Antonia. I wish I could have stayed a little longer, but I need to. All right, so everybody have a wonderful, blessed day and weekend. And I don't know if I will be coming on over the weekend, so you could always check, right? Be blessed, everybody. I am so happy today, and I hope you feel the same way. Lots of love.